Welcome back. Our last guest today, Barb Netterpel, with the Kamloops and District Labour Council. It's great to have you back on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, and as we enter into the last long weekend of the summer, Labor Day long weekend, which means Labor Day picnic, and this happens every year in Kamloops.
Yeah, it's it's one of our biggest events every single year. It's our day. We call it like it's our Christmas. It's an opportunity for us to celebrate working people and the gains that we've made as working people for working people, but for society, for absolutely everybody. So we celebrate things like maternity leave and the 8-hour workday, 40-hour work week, health and safety benefits that we have. So that's the celebrations that we have, but we also make sure that this is an opportunity for us to talk about things that we are advocating for. So right now we're talking a lot about pharmacare, National Pharmacare Program, and also sick pay provisions. So we'll be focusing a lot of that on Monday.
And will there be speakers that stand up and talk while all of this is going on? Is that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're all going to be, there's opportunities for people to talk about the community benefits agreement. As an example, I'll be talking about pharmacare. That's my goal. That's my heart. Certainly sick pay provisions is huge. It's an initiative that we're working on right now through the BC Fed. And what this is we're hoping to encourage our new government to provide some protections for people that are sick. So we're finding that, workers are coming to us and saying that, I had to leave the hospital because if I didn't, I was going to be fired. So, they have to go to work and then they often, go to work sick. They're spreading the germs. They're not being very productive. So it's here in BC, unfortunately, people can be fired if they call in sick. In Ontario, what they've done is they've actually allowed 10 protected days a year that you can take off and without having any sort of repercussions from that. And then on top of that, they have 2 paid sick days. So those times when it could make the difference between paying your rent or not.
Mm-hmm. I think it very much depends in this province whether or not what your union agreement looks like.
Yes.
But having said that, do you think that we need stronger provisions to protect our workers in this way in terms of sick days?
Absolutely. So if you're lucky enough to be covered under a collective agreement, you will have some sort of sick pay provisions. But more than half of us don't, unfortunately. So this is something that we're hoping that can cover everybody.
Mm-hmm. And then pharmacare, what will you be speaking about?
So this is the second time that we've had pharmacare as a real theme of our Labor Day picnic, and it's an ongoing advocacy that we've been doing because here in Canada we're the only country in the entire world that has a universal universal health care plan, but no pharmacare plan to go with it. We have a patchwork of different kinds of coverage, not just within a province, but in between provinces. And that patchwork is actually incredibly expensive. So if we had just a single pharmacare plan, we know that we could save $4 billion a year just by eliminating all that bureaucracy. So that's huge. Plus it also allows people to be able to control their chronic or acute diseases. So it would save a lot of money in the acute care system as well.
Mm-hmm. We only have a minute left. I sense that we could go on about some of these issues for quite a spell. But an opportunity nonetheless for people to come down, workers to come down, celebrate our achievements, but also to talk about the things that still need work.
Well, that too, but it's also a day of fun. It's a celebration. Sure. So we're going to have a whole lot of great things, especially for the kids. We're giving away frisbees and t-shirts and sweaters and Gore-Tex jackets, and there's bouncy castles for the kids. There's face painting. There's actually even the BCGEU's doing a child find so that you can actually create a passport for your child with a up-to-date picture, up-to-date weight and height and description, so that if something were to happen, you'd have that information. Mm-hmm. There's lots of great things, and it's all free. Then there's going to be like sale for hot dogs and smokies. 100% of that goes to the food bank,
which is awesome.
It's fabulous.
So this is happening at 11 o'clock McDonald Park this Monday, stretching out for a few hours at least.
Yeah, so at least 3 hours. But if people are still dancing on the grass,
nice.
we're going to keep going.
That's awesome, Barb. Good for you for putting this together once again this year. It's become quite a tradition in our city. So,
yes, it's my favorite day.
Awesome, Barb. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Quick break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.